Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Voidspire Tactics with me, Rex. I got kind of bored, figured I'd want to play again for a little bit before, because it's late at night, just sitting around, can't go to bed, can't fall asleep, haven't taken my medication yet. Figured I'd just play some more Voidspire Tactics and carry on from where I was before. So, basically, just this little campsite area here is a site of random random encounters when it comes to the AI. Random enemy battles, so to speak. I picked the gap. I'm just carrying him around. I'm just gonna dump all these guys over here. Cannot dump the bodies on each other. And so when they die, all of their stuff will just be piled in the corner rather than strewn all over the place willy-nilly. Now, as I was going on with before, part of the reason why I want to show everyone what to do when it comes to picking up those. Largely just picking up all the metal stuff you find and melting it down is because, like I said in the last video, when you... My fire's still burning. When you, if you were to sell all of the... Whoops, set it down. If you were to sell all of the, melted metal all at once, because to be entirely honest with you, you're probably not going to use that much iron. If you were to sell all of this iron all at the same time, you would get a lot of money from it. Let me stop moving so I can actually put it in there and go sell it and see how much it gives me. Lady, I want your money. Let's see here. Selling 20 pieces of iron would give me 174 gold pieces, and that's actually quite a bit, because I now have 310. Now, should I have enough to sell anything else? Nope, not at the moment. I could sell the steel rapier, but I'm not going to. I could also sell the steel, which should give me about enough. Let's sell the wood instead. And then I could sell the steel, largely because I can't really make anything useful, too useful out of it, and steel's not that hard to reobtain because I already have a few more things to smelt into steel. So we're going to go ahead and sell this because there's a good possibility I can make the thing I want to make. Oh yes, I have enough now. Best of luck. Speak to her again. Let's go to buy. Go to this box. We don't want that. We want the shock part. There is a very good reason I'm buying this now rather than later. So, largely I'm just going to wait until I can get the bow crafting kit. I know exactly where it is. I have playtested the game. So, if you're looking for a... give me just a moment here. Sorry about that, I was just double checking his name. There currently is another Let's Play going on YouTube, I believe, done by the name of Mr. Bumpy McSquiggums. I will put a link to his first video in this description, just so, for those who wish for, a Let's Play that's blind, or unspoiled, or, you know, so to speak, just, they have no idea what they're doing, I can, he's pretty entertaining to watch. He'll be good for people who would rather watch somebody who has no idea what they're doing rather than somebody who, you know, as I just did, rushes something they're technically not supposed to have yet for a while. So, let's go ahead and make this. Yes, the electric part, the sword part, the shock parts we just got is a weapon component. What it does is just gives you a very powerful sword. Now, it doesn't actually seem that powerful here, but what all of the weapons made from the shock parts, give a very short stun. Basically, they hitting an enemy with this will stun them and decrease their turn counter or interrupt their spell casting, so on and so forth. Now you can somewhat guess why I would want to give it to the ranger here with the bow, mostly because guess what? Stunning people at a good range, always a good idea. Even though she's a little slow. There's an iron sword partially buried in the sand there. You can pick it up and pull it out. Just some more things to smelt if you're into doing that. Now, there's a few things I could point out. There are two of these. What do these do? They just lead down and into these little rooms. There's a spell ward necklace in one of those. Let's go ahead and pick that up and give it to... I don't know, let's just give it to him because the spell ward necklace adds a single bit of magic defense, and his was already really low. So let's just go ahead and give that to him. Stick this rung onto somebody random. Bones, bones, and more bones. And there's a steel knuckle. Or, is that a steel? No, yes, it's a steel knuckle. See? More steel. Gotta love smelting. Okay. Going down a little bit. We find a second one. Woo! Stuff, if I can go down it. Come on. What? Let me go down. There we go. There's spiders in this one. Creepy spiders. Let's smack it. Stun! Yeah. I got an immediate stun. So it'd take a few turns to act. Stun him, hit him again, and yes! And as you might expect, since it is a thunder elemental, there's certain classes that can increase the elemental skill of your characters. Upping the skill of thunder will make the damage go up, but it's very, very small. You don't really get much of a boost from it, so it can be worthwhile if you really want to go for it all the way. Then yeah, go for it. But the damage, most of the elemental damage is supposed to scale with. He still got me despite the shield. It's supposed to scale with your spells, and not so much with the attacking with a weapon. Now again, granted, it can still prove to be very powerful. But yeah, just warning you there ahead of time. I need to give her something better than that bow, which means I need to find one or buy one. I could have bought a steel bow from the blacksmith some time ago. And let's just move up. Does he have a good range on that? No. Let's move right here. Focus energy to finish off. And wait. She's already hurt. Let's give her a focus energy. Won't heal her all the way, but that's not what I'm looking for. He can heal himself. He'll be fine. I think I can hit. No, I can't. Undo that, and let's just go ahead and heal him up. I throw a rock at him instead, of course. I'm gonna get hit. 14 damage. Ow. That is absurd. He's gonna get hit, but he should be fine. Yeah, spider. Oh, okay. He evaded that. He evaded that one actually. Spiders like this guy can do quite a good bit of damage. Challenging them head-on recklessly like I did could be good, but at the same time, see, like I just missed there. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did, people. It could end up being very, very bad for you. Heal her or heal him. It's very tough to decide because whoever I heal is just gonna. Whoever I don't heal, it has a very good possibility of dying. So let's heal him instead, because he's to be entirely honest with you, he's gonna take more damage. Actually, she's going to die simply because I didn't. Yeah, he's gonna run right up and be able to reach her. I think can they move 5? Yeah, he can. He can reach her. He's gonna go after her first. Either way, she will die. So, like, even if I cripple this guy, he's still gonna reach me. And she's dead. Now that's not too big of a deal because dying once isn't gonna massively lower your health. But these guys seem to love poisoning me with every single attack. It normally is not that accurate, unless it's because I'm playing on the harder difficulty, which should have stayed. Let me double check that. Options, yes, expert and thoughtful, so they take a little bit longer. Yeah. He's gonna get hit again. Really wish I had heal right now. See, poison is very, very painful. Poison is bad. 1. Fireball. I am out of mana for Fireball. He is completely out of mana, actually. 2. Nope, not Fireball. Focus Energy. Keep him alive from that poison. And just smack stun. He's still going to get his turn. He's still going to die. I can't do anything. Koro, win this with your amazing... Yes! Okay, geez. That was more annoying than it should have been. Now, still one health, still max, so I didn't get to show that off, really, but let's just walk around for a moment. Let's regain my stuff. There's bugs over here in the corner. Nothing in there. Wait, what? Oh, just a web. Nothing in there. Let's take a look at these. These spides. Spides are dangerous knee-high hunter arachnids. Though capable of generating silk, they prefer to leap at foes, often as a group. They're known as a pest the world over and can thrive in most any climate. Most often they pose a threat to unattended livestock, or to the unwary adventurer who just wants to look for treasure and wanders into the wrong cave. So, yeah, do beware. If you're going down in this cave in earlier levels, it isn't that hard. Spiders are larger, more vicious brethren of spides. They are very quick and have a venomous bite. Spider infestations take some serious force to eradicate and have been responsible for many abandoned buildings. In natural settings, spiders often burrow into shallow holes and leap at unsuspecting creatures. Yes! All in all this is saying about the spiders in this game is that they're just very nasty. Here is a mini bomb. Mini bombs. Military explosive designated for easy use. Just throw it at the enemy and enjoy the show. Weaker and more volatile than other explosives. Basically just chunk the bomb at the enemy and boom! I hate these things. You will learn why later. High quality tires specifically sized for an autocycle. Surely there's one out there with missing a wheel. Well, maybe so. Some silk. Let's just pick that up. And what looks like just bones in the corner. Yep, bones, and more bones. Dim bones. Dim bones. Although, also, the spiders have stuff on them. The little spides have silk on them, but I'm not in the market to get any more silk than what I already have. So, alas, there's some way you can go up here. There is something up there, but I'm not going to do that right now, largely because the game will give you a direction. Should you talk to, I can't remember her name, Liz. Should you talk to Liz, she'll tell you to come to the mine area first, right up this way. There's just some inaccessible stuff over here. There's the autocycle. Now, way to fix it, just take the autocycle wheel, drag it on top of the autocycle with a few things. Bam! Good as new. Then the fixed autocycle. Complex, expensive device. Complex, expensive device containing dozens of force triggers. Dive at a high speed. Doesn't handle rough terrain well. Yep, if you run into rubble like this, you'll crash and you'll be thrown off your cycle. It's kind of funny. Not like violently, it won't hurt you or anything, it'll just force you off. To get on it, just double click. Everybody gets on it at once, so no need to worry about people fighting over who has it. And yeah, like I said, it just forces you off if you go on rubble. So we shall go to the Dandane Mines. Now, something I'd like to point out. If you take a look at these mushrooms, which I'm pretty sure you're going to do it first, the glum shrooms. These odd fungi spread in caves and other dark places. Though inedible, they're useful to travelers. When shaken, they glow with blue light. Like so. So, something I want to point out about these, and you should see in a moment. Just make them all glow, just because. Why not? Light up the area. Bottle. Did we actually ever take a look at bottles? No, we did not. Now we do. Just drag on what you want to fill it with. Some of these are already lit, but we haven't gone through there yet. Very suspicious. There's bugs over here, although really that's just a pile of bones, so don't worry about that too much. Light, light. See, all these are lit already. That's very suspicious. Some are lit down there too, but that's because there's a bunch of spiders down in that direction. Spoiler alert, there are enemies down there. Spoiler alert, there are enemies along this as well, which is why that's lit up. Yeah, there's a bunch of spiders down there. I don't really want to deal with it right now. Let's check my classes instead. 653 experience. I've been procrastinating. Actually, should I give him a single one of these? Did it get put in a... Yes, it did. Should I give him a single one of these essence stones? He will have enough for both counter and valiant. Awesome. Counter valiant. Okay, that means whenever he gets hit, he's gonna hit back, and whenever he hits from the front, which an enemy is forced to hit you from the front, he will do more damage. Not much else I want to get here from Warrior at the moment yet, so let's go ahead and give him the secondary, actually, of... I was originally going to do a Brawler with double fist and, you know, just pure damage, but the Guardian is, Guardian skill set is largely better, to be entirely honest with you. I'd want to build up a Brawler from the ground up. Yeah, the Guardian skill set, Mighty Block, makes an ally nearly invulnerable to physical attacks. Pretty good. Hold the line, just shoves people back. Pretty good. Impair, reduce their strength and just reduce a little bit of their physical stats. Pretty good. Or reduce a little bit of their offensive stats. Pretty good. Wide guard, guard to everybody. Pretty good. Regard to everybody in the plus-shaped square. Pretty good. Discipline, cures negative status effects on themselves. Pretty good. Rally, AoE, morale thing. Pretty good. And they even have their own revival, but it costs a few turns, and it's not that great. So, Shield Bash, follow up your attacks with a push of your shield. Just knock them away. Makes a very cute bonk sound every single time it happens. Defensive, when you end your turn without acting, you gain 2+ physical defense until your next turn. That's actually pretty decent. Especially, like, whenever you saw those enemies charging forward. Now you can charge forward without fear of getting hit too bad, without fear of getting your face bashed in too hard. And Bulwark just makes you immune to getting pushed, pulled, or rotated. Which is actually better than you think, because a lot of enemies like to knock you around with wind spells. So, going back to Warrior here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a few points into Sword Skill. Rather, just throw one, and then pour the extra point in there as well, because we can. We're going to learn Guardian, and we're going to get rid of Brawler and learn Warrior instead, have our Warrior skills instead, because we don't have much. So at the moment, he can't actually do anything, but he now has, I think they have more defense. Yeah, they do. They have more defense, so now I can just toss him out the front, and he should take more hits than the other classes can. Yeah, 4 defense. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead and switch over to the next character. Miss Flo here. Let's learn Alert. She will now act first before everybody else. Let's learn Spot, because Spot's better than you think. Reduce an enemy's evasion and defense by 1 for every so many turns. Let's just go ahead and learn Sidestep, because we might as well. And then switch her to a Sharpshooter. What Sharpshooter is? Ranged Combat Expert. Self-explanatory. They gain extra skill to bows and crossbows. Have good evasion. Yeah, they're not very defensive or anything like that, so keep these guys in the back. Contact Shot does more damage, but is point blank. Headshot, target enemy vitals for double damage, but half accuracy. You'll see me use this a lot simply because I like doing extra damage, even if I might miss. Far Shot, shoot from 1 tile beyond normal range for half damage. Multi-Shot, shoot 2 targets for half damage each. This doesn't sound that great until you, again, like Pummel, you realize it adds a target per every skill level you put into it. So you can shoot up to 5 times. Yeah, I think it's 5. Yeah, you can shoot up to 5 times. Piercing Shot, fire a Piercing Shot in a straight line for 75 damage. Also pierces guard. Goes straight through guard. Charge Shot, take a very delayed but powerful shot that deals 40+ damage. Should you do this outside of battle to initiate one, it will activate instantly rather than take that amount of time. Good to focus on. And Focus. Should you decide to use this instead, you can also take a headshot at somebody rather than a charge shot, and you will very likely kill them. Just remember that if you use Focus and then move, it immediately removes it, and your headshot will then be inaccurate. Also, Focus, for every level you pour into it, will gain 0.1% of extra accuracy up until it's twice as accurate. Which means Headshot then has normal accuracy, you just have to use it beforehand. So, that explained, let's go ahead and move on to Flo here. Let's learn Heal immediately, because that's what we need to do. Can't learn Revive, because it's expensive. Unless we... Oh, I closed it. Unless we pour one of these onto him. Yes, we can. Revive. Gotta have that Revive. And then, yeah, it only revives for 7, but for each level, it will bump it up to greatly increases restored HP. I think it bumps it up to like 20, maybe like 15 to 20. It's a big increase. Heal here, pretty good. You'll see why later. And yeah, I'm gonna keep Koro as a sage for a while. Balthazar here can now learn Inferno, which I am immediately going to learn. And I will learn Cyclone. And I'll also take a second to make him go back to Scholar. Feed the last of these Essence Stones to him, because trust me, we're going to get a lot of these. So I can immediately take Prayer. So he at least has Prayer to play with. So restore his own MP, because that could be bad. That last fight could have been bad, because he can't do anything but use magic. So. Oh, and the passes of the Scholar, just like Fire Depth, just increases your skill, but decreases all the others. Yeah. In Critical Focus, just, you heal 33% of your mana when you're hitting a critical condition. That's good, but at the same time, it's not that great. So, let's go ahead and move on. Still can't do anything with the debris pile, and that over there is just nothing. It's just a loop around, because for some reason it took my map off. This is very much a bind. Hey, look, more already lit mushrooms. Foreboding. Move my microphone away just a little bit. There we go. And here's a pickaxe. Take a look. Not rubble. Well, we can look at the rubble, but pickaxe. A spike for prying and breaking rock with a counter right on the other side. It breaks natural cave walls with ease, though it has limited uses. Yep. You can only use this so many times before it shatters. Sad but true, it only has 20 uses. So yeah, while you can buy a whole bunch of more, just be careful on how much you use it, because they do break. And these are the enemies here, the bandits. Not really much foreboding in the case of... Well, can't understand what they're saying. Pretty sure that if you were to give enough effort, you could eventually kind of piece together exactly what means. And through that, learn what to do in regards to this. But I can either give him a gift, which is money, which I don't really have. And I'll just be able to pass on and earn experience. Or I could attempt to threaten or negotiate, one of the two. I believe one of these has the option, which could, you know, get you through the battle and give you experience without having to fight. And I'll try to tip that, because there's 6 options. So let's go ahead and sternly demand peace, suspicion, and attacks me instead. Well, that went sour quickly. So first things first, just shoot the guy. Actually, let's go ahead and use spot, because I want to show it off and show you what it does. So he has less defense and has less accuracy for a short time. He missed. Your character will only counter if they are actually hit. Obviously, they can't counter a melee attack with a ranged weapon, so nothing happened there. Hit him in the face with a stun. He did a little bit more damage because he hit him with a sword. Because I raised the sword skill up. Granted, I did lower it. Because I switched him from a warrior, he doesn't have the warrior's strength bonus. So he'll do just a little bit less. Let's go ahead and Inferno Mr. Jira here. Show that spell off. Yeah, you should be fine. Let's go ahead and hit him in the face with the fireball. And he'll get his turn next, so let's just run back on top of these mushrooms. Fire! Axes! Ow! I'll take a risk, and I'll take a risk of missing to one shot. Let's hope. Yes, got him. Okay. He is also dead as well. We're making progress. Fire. Now, do keep in mind that this is actually... I should have looked before I did this, but the species, this little bug thing, is called a Burlock. What their special capability is they have more defense. They have one more physical and one more magical defense, so they're a little tankier. He just used a bandage, and he just bandaged himself, and he's gonna run away. I can't quite reach him because my charge isn't good enough. Instead, I'm just gonna trip him up so he can't throw a stone. Where's trip up? I got moved to 1. Trip him up so he can't really run from me. I am merciless, and we shall charge up another Inferno directly behind him. Cast a fireball at his face. And the fireball and the Inferno was immediately enough to kill him. Huzzah! We beat the apparently poorly equipped and malnourished bandits. I feel like such a hero right now. Well, that being said, loot. Can never go wrong with loot. He just has a wooden crossbow. You would have seen him move. You would have seen him run away and attempt to recover himself. See, already another essence stone. These things are a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. And while you can't restock by them, while you can't really buy them in the store to restock, on the other hand, you can still find them all over the place. There's some money. Let's actually take a look at that, because I've never have. To be entirely honest with you, gold coin emblazoned with the symbol of commerce. Looks like a little star, despite the name. Only contains traces of gold. Still, it's legal tender in most of Iral. Iral is the country in which you do not see because we are stuck on a floating island in the middle of nowhere. However, I heard it is a nice place, and I would very much like to explore it later on. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Find some iron here. And here is a shovel. Shovels have a lot more uses. Let's give him the cloak so it's actually getting any use. Shovels have twice as many uses as pickaxes. Metal on a stick in the shape ideal for moving dirt. Use it in the right place and you might find some treasure. Yes! This is part of the game. There is buried treasure quite literally everywhere. Trust me, you can find a lot. I know where a good fraction of it is. I still don't know where most of it is. This right here. The hip flask. Liquid courage. When worn, bad morale lasts for half as long. It normally lasts for quite a while, so a discreet container for alcoholic beverages. Some become dependent on it. When worn, it provides comfort in bad circumstances. Basically, bad morale lasts for half as long whenever you have that equipped. It's not as good as other stuff, especially because it's easy to cure bad morale just by removing it with good morale stuff instead. Actually, that would be the first thing, if I wasn't planning on learning Mighty Block or whatever, that's actually going to be the first thing I learn. Rally. Why? Because what is Rally? Rally is a buff. Now you see that? Well, look at the stats down there. When I do it again, they go up even higher. Being under the good morale, being under great morale status is a good thing, and it lasts for quite a while too. So, if you pump yourself up before battle and then go into battle under the great morale status, you should do well. Do keep in mind though that for every clock tick out of battle counts as one, or counts as 3 ticks, I believe. So where this says it lasts 60, you can move around 20 times, and then it'll run out. So let's go ahead and fight these guys down here. But first, rally ourselves up just a little bit. Actually, first things first, I want to go to hers. I forgot to do this a moment ago. She has 4 stats. I want to give a point to bow skill. Hurrah, huzzah! Now her bow will do more damage, and a single point to her health. So here we go. Back to warrior. Already learned it. Never mind. Back to these guys. He has 3 as a sage. I'm gonna give more life skill. Sages can use hammers too, but I prefer to focus on life. I don't like these guys doing damage unless it's just poking with unless he's just poking with say fire or some such. I shall poke you with fire. Let's learn fire skill. I think for this guy I'm gonna do fire and wind focus. Mostly because I like wind, because a lot of its spells are great, are huge AoE. Fire because, well, most things in this game are weak to it. Now let's see here, and it tends to be fire tends to be among the fastest of the spells. Let's go ahead and give him this moss malt. Where is he? There he is. And switch back to Mr. Zeal here, and charge forward. Again, These spiders are far enough away that I shouldn't have to worry about them getting into a fight with me. They'll all look at me for using skills. But there shall be no fights. One more rally. And it is completely free to use, so abuse it to your heart's desire. Now, I'm not stupid enough to charge him directly in there. I will instead move forward just a little bit. And now she will deal 13 damage per hit. With just a regular weak old wooden bow. It's a definite improvement. And because rally, she took far less damage. Yeah, 16, you're dead. See? Rally is a very, very good thing to have. I recommend everybody get it if they can. By the way, Cyclone's AoE is huge, so just showing that off real quick. Cyclone takes a little while to cast, a lot longer than the rest of the spells, or I would have shown it off already. Yeah, see, they already get their turn immediately, or would have him charge forward and cast the spell. So, let's move him right here, and now we'll go ahead and show off the heal spell. Just AoE healing in a bigger area. I could do this right here. It would zone them effectively, but they're going to move out of it, so I'm going to wait. He's going to get hit. And hit back. And now he is stunned. I love this battle theme. He's dead. Let's move to the side. Move right over here, I think. Yep. Oh, well, that's going to get her hit, but at the same time, I'm going to be able to hit them. Actually, no, because 24, yeah, they're going to go before he can even get the spell off. So, let's just go ahead and trip up this guy here. So that way I can charge forward, cast the spell here, and zone all of them trying to get to either attack her. Okay, he's going to move forward and attack him, but it's going to zone everyone else trying to attack her. And he's just going to get hit back and probably killed. Yeah, or not killed, he's just stunned. Yeah, they're going to move back, and so will he. Again, it's a zoning attack. They're just going to move away from it. It's actually really hard to land a Cyclone. Really hard to land one effectively, that is. I'm not moving anywhere. What the Cyclone will do is you can still push around bodies and whatnot. Kind of, morbid, but alas, what can you do? I'm going to trip him up so he can't run away from it. I'm going to morale here. No, let's not move forward like that. There we go. And restore the restore mana. There we go. Yeah. And now I can actually cast it, and we'll go before they do. So, let's move forward. Cast it right here. Good damage, and it shoves them all over the place. He is close enough to hit me, but, good morale, so I'm not too concerned with that. Now he is under the effect of great morale. Even better. AoE heal. Even better. Massive healing there. Let's not shoot him over the shoulder. Let's just shoot the guy in the back. Dead. And deader. 29 damage. We do not play nice. Again, there's nothing over here. Just a bunch of respawning enemies. These are the little sinkholes the spider thing was talking about originally. These are usually created by growing creatures, so don't put your face too close. Ha! Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff in that. Now, I will show off something. I do believe that there's something buried here, so this is what debris piles usually designate. There's something usually buried here. Now, it's just repair tools, but you can find more exciting treasure by digging. So, a general consensus is if you're unsure and it's a debris pile, dig anyway. You're not likely to find something, but then again, you never know. See? Iron chunk. You find stuff. Finding stuff is good. It sells. And you can dig up to 2 panels away so long as something isn't in your way. Nothing under that, so again, just goes to show that there isn't something under every debris pile. And I'm not entirely certain if there are more. I know you can find more shovels than you can, say, more pickaxes, but at the same time, I don't know if you can buy shovels. So just be a little wary of that. And here I am digging willy-nilly just because. Alas, let's hit the switch and go down. Yay! Stuff. More stuff. All the stuff. Stuff is always good. Ding. Hold up. You guys are standing on it. I can't dig there. Can't dig it if your allies are in the way. Money. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Forgot about this. Occasionally you'll find ore in the walls like this. Take a look. Iron ore, naturally occurring formation of iron ore. Pickaxe or it could free some valuable iron ore from these minerals, so to speak. Basically, you could pick away at the wall, and you would get iron in replace for that. I don't think that the iron is actually worth a pickaxe use, but if you want it, go for it. Just turning these on because I'm OCD, and it bothers me when they are not lit. Also because they look neat. Spiders over there, but we'll get to them in a moment. In just a moment. We have another rung here. Just toss it on somebody. Again, toss it on somebody. I'll take the mallet too, just because we can. More stuff, more stuff, more stuff. There's a bunch of bugs. More bugs. Now, it doesn't exactly look like this is a cave wall right here, so let's try to go in, and yes! We can fight enemies. There are enemies in there, in fact. What I'm going to do first, rather than just charge headlong into a cave hole full of spiders, is I'm going to rally, because rally is good. They all looked at me, but... Charge! And I get immediately noticed. Shoot the first spider, wait for him to come at me. Hit me in the face. Nope, he missed. Punish him back for massive damage. I love this song so much. He's gonna hit me from the side, so he's not. Actually, he will get countered. Never mind. Right in the face. Yeah, I'm gonna try to tackle this guy from the front at all opportunities, just because, while, yeah, less accuracy, at the same time, more damage. Can't go wrong with that. No, you can't. You can move right. No. Wait. Now move you here. I think it was her that I waited. Just cast a spell here. Oh no, to go off after the spider does. Never mind. Unless, no, wait. Counter, zap. He just decided to get hit by the fireball, so now he's gonna die. Zappy. Now he's tased. He should take a shot from the fire. Nope, no, he did not. So what we will do instead is we will trip him up, so he can't really run from it. He still can, but he can't really run from that well. He just took the hit because he's an idiot, and big AoE healing. Healing! Delicious. Ow. And yeah, the morale boost really doesn't last that long in combat, but it's a good thing for doing burst damage, really. Just cast an instant fireball, 19 damage, can't go wrong there. And, oh wait, no, never mind. Move, and dead. Again, spiders don't really have anything, so let's go ahead and take this stuff instead. Take a steel flail. And money, and a bag too. I love the little bags as inventory. In the inventory. Taking inventory with bags. So, we are supposed to be looking for airstone, but on the other hand, hey, look, more stuff, and a pickaxe too. Second pickaxe, don't mind if I do. I'm gonna stick it in his inventory right there. He's already getting quite full. He should be alright though. But there's a little thing down here we can't quite reach. Well, since I don't have a piton, I can't dig down. I mean, I can't. Since I don't have a piton, I can't just rope my way down there. What I can do is dig, because I can dig through these walls. So let's go see what's down here, shall we? Explore. The game does encourage exploration, and unfortunately, I just jumped down there without paying attention. Okay, now I can actually walk up there. How I just made a steep path straight down, I don't know, but whatever. Hey, the creator of the game would have to explain that too. Well, let's make a save just in case, because something tells me that there could be nasty critters down here, or just one big nasty critter, or whatever. What am I kidding? I already know what it is. It's a very big spider. Very big spider. I could be making a mistake about fighting this guy. It's called a spidist. Now, I could be making a mistake about fighting this guy so early. I could also defeat it. Like, the last few times I fought it, I killed it extremely easily. So, we'll see. That's why I saved it. Buff up. Buff up. Balthazar was for some reason too far away. Let me do that again, just to make sure I get him buffed up. Buffed up. Okay. Did it notice me? No, it didn't. Oh, no. Okay, now it did. Alright, charge. Smack into the face. Good. Oh, wait, no. She immediately got a turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up here with her. This thing is a big AoE that you do not want to get hit with, so I'm going to trip it up instead. She won't do that much less damage. I'm going to move to the front and hit it in the face. You see, this thing's not taking that much damage. It's actually quite tough. So, fire spell will go after it will, so I'm just going to cast a basic fire. I can't do that. Can't cast it right on it. Let's do this right here instead. Flame. Yeah. And again. Number 2. Flame. Damage. Gotta love it. Now move away. He's going to cast probably the big AoE right here, or that or move or chomp on one of us. Ah, 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 ow. He just outright killed me. Okay. Yes, like I said, this guy can still be extremely tough. Smash won't even do that much extra, so let's just stun him. Let's shoot him. Actually, I could spot him instead, but I'd rather just kill him as quickly as I possibly can. Let's. Now, if I bring him back to life, he's just gonna get one shot again. But at the same time, I need him to be alive to do stuff. So, revive. He's gonna go after the spider. He's probably gonna interrupt it by killing me. In hindsight, this is a very bad idea, because yeah, he just died immediately. Stun. Very good. Let's go ahead and spot him, just so he can get killed on his next turn. Let's move to the side. Hopefully he won't do his big jump attack. Or that, or he could kill him. I don't know. If he dies, it's over. If she dies, it's not that big of a deal, because he can get killed in one more turn. Yeah, she's dead, just barely. Alright. Rally? No, we're gonna smash. And we're gonna hope. No, actually, no, I'm not even gonna smash. I'm just gonna hit him. Hope that he gets close enough to. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna count on winning this. I'm probably gonna die right now. Yeah, he's gonna move out of the way. He's not gonna hit me at it. He's gonna hit me at that weird angle, and I'm dead. Very, very likely dead. Weird angle. Oh, 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 oh. Not dead. You're dead. Ha! Jeez. But yes, he's carrying 2 Spidus Fangs on him. These make very good weapons. Or decent weapons, anyway. Now, it is kind of limited what you can make these into, but on the other hand, let's just keep it. So, Spidist. Very big, very nasty monster. Do not do what I just did. Do not do what I just did. Trust me, I like to fight stuff I am not supposed to fight before. Yeah, I do that all the time. Don't follow my lead. That is a very bad idea. My lead will get you killed. Many times. Okay, so. Let's go here. Oh, we also found this. I forgot this was here too. The Whistle Stone. Smooth and silky stone with hollows that whistle in the wind, and yet it's quite sturdy, suitable for crafting. This makes very, very powerful equipment. I'm speaking more powerful than the spider's fangs we got, more powerful than the shock parts we got. However, the stuff that it makes is of the wind elemental, so wind element. So it's entirely on you what you want to do with it. I could spoil stuff now and just say it makes better armor. It does make better weapons than it makes better armor, but the armor it makes is far, far more evasive than any other kinds of armor you'll get. But again, Big Mr. Spidus lives down there. Do not go down there unless you really want that stuff. Now, I do admit that the Whistle Stone alone, with how powerful it is, makes that worth it. But on the other hand, you will die. I almost died. I know what I'm doing. You will die. Guaranteed. Unless you're playing on a lower difficulty, in which case, go do it to your heart's content. Just, yeah. I'm lucky he had as much defense as he did, because had he not, he would have gotten one shot just like all the other guys did. Because heck, look at her. Her defense is 2. No wonder she got one shot. His defense is 2. His defense is 2. So yeah, Zeal, you are my wall. And yeah, there's a fight here too, but I really don't feel like fighting it right now. Plus, because I want to do stuff with the Spider's Fangs you just got. Can't really turn it into armor, but you can make weapons out of them that have a very high chance of poisoning, I believe. So let's just push this cart track up here this way a little bit. I'm not gonna do much. Can't do much out of that. So let's go ahead and rally a few times. And with him, if I can select him. They noticed me from really far away. That's crappy. That is really crappy. Oh well. Oh, and yes, as you see here, since I died a little bit, my health went down. Now, that can be corrected by going and sleeping at a... I lost my track of thought. That can be corrected by going and sleeping at a... or by staying at... or not sleeping. Just by being at a... campsite. Yeah. Campsites are good. And I made the camera pan down a little bit because I wasn't quite paying attention. But no big deal. After this fight, I'll go ahead and end the video, so let's just do this quickly. And... dead. Thank you, Zeal. Hit him back in the face. Good damage. Can't go without counter if you're going to have a melee guy. Yeah. Like, seriously, if you have a melee guy, no matter who they are, try to learn counter first. Seriously. It will save your butt. It'll also save you a lot of having to attack a lot as well. Let's just go ahead and boring finish of the fireball. They are weak to fire, that's why I have not tried to use something else. And I unlock the Unmaker, who I believe I will show off right before the video ends. So, Unmakers. Debilitates and destroys enemies with Ruin Magic. These guys are the only character class in the game. I accidentally made him one. These guys are the only class in the game that actually uses does ruin damage. Outside of bone weapons and very special others. Now, Ruin Touch. Deals extra damage for each negative status on the target. Also inflicts itchy for up to 48 clock ticks. Pretty good. Decay. Inflict decay on an area, causing ruin damage on the target's next turn unless they receive healing before then. That means that if they're hit with something that would heal them, it gets rid of decay. If not, they take very heavy damage. Wither. Deal minor ruin damage and disable a target for up to 58 clock ticks. This is pretty good. Disables basically don't act, or if you're familiar with the newer Final Fantasy term for it, yes, it prevents them from getting an action. Shroud blinds creatures in a small area for up to 72 clock ticks. This is pretty good as well. It just takes a while to cast. Soul Burn, this damages MP. Pretty good, especially if you're fighting an enemy mage. They're casting a big nasty spell. Just Soul Burn a big area, and suddenly they don't have the magic to cast it. It's preventative maintenance, but largely, since this is instant, it can be better than trying to interrupt them with a spell. Despair, lower the morale of enemies around yourself for a good amount of turns. If you're surrounded, this can actually save you, believe it or not. Enemies with lower morale might actually be a little bit less inclined to hit you, and the stat decrease definitely helps. And then Bone Meld does decent damage. It actually hurts everybody, despite what it says here. But when you cast it on bone, it'll create a wall. When you cast it on certain types of bone, it creates a permanent wall. When you cast this on undead creatures, it deals severe damage to them. But it also deals damage to everything, so don't let this lie to you. This can be a decent way to just poke at somebody for some amounts of damage. Because it still hurts. Despite not saying it does, it still does damage. Now, since these guys are so focused, I'm not going to make him an Unmaker for a little bit, because I want to focus more on Elemental Magic. So, but I will need to get, if I want Gatekeeper, I will need to unlock, we'll need to get a little bit of Unmaker experience. So, yeah. It also requires a lot of Scholar experience, and he does not have that much in that particularly, so I'll have to change it back to Scholar for a while. And again, spiders only have silk, so I'm not really interested in that too much. He's a different colored one, but it's still basically a basic spider. Doesn't even have a different name, doesn't carry anything differently. He just different color, a little bit tougher. No big deal. So let's just push this track up here, and I can show you guys the obviously, sleeping, you'll probably see that you'll probably sleep in a bed first without ever doing this. Since it's the third video in, at the very end, you guys probably have known about some of this stuff long before I showed it to you, but never hurts just to make sure. Push the track in the way, and now we can actually, now we can proceed. Get in the minecart, railway. Turn some of these on just by passing by them, and we go to the next area, which is just more like a little, I don't want to say hub, just more like a little gateway place to the next area. So, let's overkill lighting the fire. Light it with a big fire spell. And rest up. Thank you all for watching my Let's Play of Voidspire Tactics. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a good night.